Ready?
Ready?
Yo, the rain is crazy right now, huh? Look at the time when it decides to rain. You hear raindrops are fall from them head tops.
Like Drake.
Watch today, I'll mash you up in all of this field. Stay there.
Yeah. Rolling?
Live and direct.
Hey. Well, go on, my people. You don't know, once again, this is the Make We Land podcast. I'm Rockstar 860. He's Reggae 718. I mean, Reggae TCS 501. It's the same Reggae. So, how your weekend go on, Tugs?
Yo, can't complain, man. Everything's been blessed, man. It's been a good vibe. Man, lots going on in the scene. A lot of news. So we're going to talk about a few things. Aidonia show. That was a big event this Saturday. Mega. It was like full of vibes. What you thought? You seen it?
Yeah, man. I don't know, we're running our YouTube street, so I catch a little piece live. So yeah, it was a big crowd. The crowd was there.
UBS Arena.
UBS Arena. You know what I mean? Not gonna say it wasn't a Buju or a Kartel crowd, but it was a crowd about probably 12, 13,000.
Nah,
you know I mean?
UBS Arena holds 20,000, bro.
Yeah, but I don't think they use all of the capacity.
Okay.
Even still 13 foot. You know what I mean? That's a good crowd.
It looked healthy, man.
I mean,
The crowd looked good.
So it look like they got a performance from the artists them. Only one artist I seen this morning going through the Instagram and the social media. Spragga Benz don't look like he got to perform for some reason. I don't know why. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. That's definitely a blunder. It seems like a lot of promoters been getting it off, man. So it's not like a Spragga Benz thing. You know, Kartel, Movado, same thing. We're gonna blame the promoters, man. Promoters, we understand you guys got a hard task, man, but we need the shows, man. Kartel in Costa Rica, Movado in England, now Spragga Benz here at the UBS in Queens. Come on, man.
Yes, that's a very good point you make, because we like to see that dancehall and I wouldn't even say dancehall and reggae, dancehall, because that's where the eyes are on right now since Kartel been released, since the start of the new year. Since Buju last year, we're not going to leave out Buju, what he did last year in the UBS, back-to-back in Barclays, other arenas around the United States. So Buju did it also, but since the magnitude of when Kartel has been released and what we saw at Barclays, we don't need no mishaps along the way going forward. We need everything to run smooth. We need dancehall to be out there on the proper stage, the proper eyes, the proper production. We need everything to be taken more serious.
True, man. For real. But yo, definitely, you know, Spragga was unable to make it, but the show still
he was
went
there.
on.
He said he was there and his DJ was there, but for some reason, he was
unfortunate.
unable to perform.
Yeah, so unfortunately he didn't get to perform, but as I said, the show still went on, and it was, you know, magnifying, man. Aidonia did his thing. He brought out, you know, Govy is always there. He had two of his new acts that performed. You know, Gully God came through, you know, and dropped some harmony on the people head top. What you say?
Yeah, you're right. Gully God came out and did his thing in front of the Queen's crowd, Aidonia. But Aidonia is a good performer anyway. Movado is a good performer when he wants to perform, other than when he might dash with the sun them. He can perform when he wants to, you know what I mean? But that's not even the issue at this point. It's the issue of the 1,000 man on stage and the visuals to the people. I mean, I think a lot of people are getting tired of that scenery, 1,000 non-performers on stage just standing around.
You're saying the entourage.
The entourage, the onlookers, whoever they may be, but...
You know, I was watching it with a lady, you know, at home, and yo, to be fair, that was one of her, she did mention it when Movado and Aidonia was on stage. There was a bunch of distraction in the back with the men's and ones and ones. However, Sizzla came out, man, and Sizzla performance was electrifying, bruv. I tell her, say, yo, the man dropped 40 songs in a 20 minutes, father.
Sizzla on a Kartel level.
Slap.
He has a lot of songs, and him and Kartel can perform a lot of songs for the people in a short amount of time. But Sizzla, Sizzla is me we speak it. Him is me and reggae one of our top artists them of all time. So we like always Sizzla performances. We love Dada music. You know what I mean? He's on a different level to us. Me and reggae been listening to Dada from the 90s. You know what I mean? So we have a different love and appreciation for Sizzla and his music. And when Sizzla performs and deliver, we love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I one Kalonji for real. Yo, but not to mention, Shensia perform. I saw Shensia performance and she was doing her thing too. And I must admit, she sound really good, bro. She sound really good. Not too much songs with the vocals in the background, kind of doing the Milli Vanilli type of thing. It wasn't none of that. It was no karaoke. She was out there performing, bro.
Yeah, man, Shensia looked good also. Shensia looked beautiful last night
Yeah,
on
man,
stage in
she's
the
all
black.
she
You know what I
always
mean?
sexy, bro, fam. Always sexy.
Yeah, and like you said, her confidence performing nowadays is top tier. She's a real big artist. Me did catch her up on her live earlier today.
Yeah.
She was on her live, I was on the live, and she was talking, and
What she was talking about?
she was saying she feel a lot more energetic to do music now again, seeing that she's been independent now.
Yeah.
But she said she can sign anytime, so don't even watch that. But for right now, she love what she's doing. She feel in love with music again, and she don't feel like she's been forced to do anything. She just doing music because how she feel and how she loves it. And she also said, not because she's not signed, that don't mean that she don't want to get signed, because being signed can take her to places where maybe not signed can take her. You know what I mean?
Well, that's true. All right, so think about it, though. So the label that she was on, I'd imagine with her onto this new single, Shake It to the Max, that's generating a bit of buzz. I'm imagining that her record label, when they drop you, essentially they don't drop you and that's it, you're a free agent. It doesn't necessarily go like that. The way the politics in the music goes is they drop you, but you still have you still hold responsibilities to the label. They're just not willing to invest any more money into your career. But they're not gonna just give Shensia
Oh no, they're not gonna give
away as
Shensia. Shensia is
a
a
free
talent.
agent. Someone has to pay
Yeah,
for
somebody gonna
whatever settlement between the record labels. But
And that's
it's
business, and
yeah.
that we have to expect that.
It was amazing to see her. I'm not gonna lie. So tell me something. Was Jada Kingdom not supposed to be on this show? Also?
Jada was there and Jada
Oh,
performed.
she
but
did. Well,
yeah,
I didn't catch the clipping.
Yeah, and you know what? From the other day, Jada has been going through a lot in music. I don't know why she don't have the love for the music like
You feel
probably
so?
she want. Yeah, cause you can't how she talk, how she sound. Like even one day she got Kite Festival. Yes, we know it's for kids there,
me.
and she probably never expect the underage to be out. But the way she talk is like, yeah, me I gotta just do my music for who did it, and that's that. Kids not for did I might sang them, and it's like. I don't know, Jada's going through something musically. I hope she comes out of it. But she was there, she did perform. Maybe not top tier, but she did do her thing, and hopefully Jada can reignite her career. You know what I mean?
Well, yo, it's unfortunate for me to hear you say that, cause I must admit, Jada, she's like one of my favorite, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Yeah,
When
I love Jada. I love Jada.
she forward out her.
I love Jada.
She had some real nice early singles, and I seen her last year. Her performance is definitely it's getting stronger. Maybe she could release some more singles, but I don't know about as far as her not, rocking the stage. Cause to my eyes, every time I see her, she's doing her thing, and she's growing as a. I wouldn't say she's a young artist, but she's fairly new to dancehall. Her and Shensia.
But to be devil's advocate is what she's saying. You know what I mean, it's not really how I view her. To me, she's a talented person. Her voice, her delivery, her song concepts. She crazy with it. You know what I mean? She's talented. When she did a clash, Stefan done early last year.
Yeah.
Me that see her in a studio and she in a studio. She wanna do her thing. She wanna find her rhythm. Them she wanna
Right.
produce her
Oh,
music.
really?
Yeah, she said it. Me wanna do this. And
That's
like I
dope.
said, like when we see this is Stefan, she have a bag of team. It was really Jada do it. So we see she have the talent. We see she have what it takes, but do she have the drive? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Do she have
I
the
get what you're
drive?
saying.
It's like a Lamborghini. Lamborghini have the engine, it have the body, it have the speed, but do it have the driver to make it react. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So you want a little more from her.
Yes, like
Okay, okay, okay.
like Shensia, like Shensia,
I
like.
wouldn't even do the comparison
No, I'm
because
not
Jada is
comparing. I'm just
Jada,
saying
and
Shensia's drive
so
is there. We see Shensia's drive. No matter what people did want to say about Shensia, whether she was hitting or not hitting, Shensia always had a drive. But now it seems like she found a more passion for the music now at this point.
okay, okay.
Like
So
she found herself again. 'Cause I
right.
remember even last year again when she did just do, I was about to drop Hit and Run. She was on a live also. I always catch these lives. I don't know why, but she was on a she was on an island with a team. And like them on the island and them I play some like not even R&B, but like some like elevator type music, and she's there and they look bored, so she's like, I don't know what to do. And I made a comment like, yo, Jamaican or dancehall is always your vibe. And it's like she caught a wind of it, and she's like, yo,
Yo,
you know what I
people,
mean?
rockstar not easy, you know. Rockstar always end up in our people and
You don't know,
comment, you
but
know.
I always
Him no rap,
comment.
yeah,
Sometimes I comment, they
rockstar don't rap
respond.
forget black, you know.
Yeah, he have a black history, you know what I
Oh
mean?
my God.
But
Yo, but back to the
but she not
Idol.
black me. She not black me. I talk good positive to her.
Back to
You know what I mean?
Aidonia and Aidonia show, yo. It was definitely a good look to see the artist celebrate the 20 years in a dance hall.
But let me ask you about that 20. Is it a full 20
What do you
or
mean?
just the time at
What do
20?
you mean? What do you mean?
Did he really give us 20 full years of music? Or even though same they take off time here and there. We understand he took off time for his son who went through something
We're gonna get into
major.
that. We're gonna get into
But
that. So your original question is to say, are you asking, being that it's 20 years that Aidonia has been on the scene, you're asking me if he did 20 years worth of work? That's what you're
yes,
trying to
yes,
ask?
basically, yes.
I'm gonna say yes, and the reason being is because, yo, music is an art, and art is perspective. So with that being said, at the end of the day, you know, it's his art and it's how he creates it, and you know, as long as the lights is staying on, you know, I don't look like he missing no meals. You understand? So, I think that his 20 years is
And the
now if
reason
he
why
could
I
have done
ask is
more.
because, like he said on the fix, or
Well, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna
Nora
get to that.
asked him.
We're gonna get to
Yeah,
the fix. We're
but
gonna get to the
this
fix.
is a part of my statement also because people love to say he's lazy, so that's why I asked is a full 20 or parts of the 20, and we got music
Well,
here
being
and
that you
there.
say that, we'll just introduce the topic. So, Aidonia, you know, not only did he have his big show at USB Arena this Saturday, was it the 3rd, I think?
Yes.
He also did his first interview on the Nightly Fix in 10 years, and, you know, he shared a lot. So, the question that you're saying is that they brought up a topic on him being lazy, or people accusing him of being lazy. And you're asking me, what do I think?
Yeah, what do you think?
I mean, definitely, there was times where, to be totally honest, it was many times where I would have wanted more from him. So selfishly, you know, thinking back in hindsight, yes, I would have wanted more Aidonia, and I would have wanted Aidonia to play with different styles, you know. However, you know, looking back in hindsight, and you know, hearing him share, getting, you know, sharing or tapping into his personal life with the untimely death of his son, you know, you think back now and you say, how selfish have I, for wanting more and not understanding or not really knowing what he's been going through during the time. So, yeah, it was definitely good and insightful to hear. And yes, I would have selfishly wanted more Idonia, but just looking back right now and hearing the interview, I think that, you know, I'm able to give him grace. What say you? You know, like my answer, yeah, screw up your
No,
face.
man, your answer,
Oh, so yeah, screw
you
up your
say
face,
it.
so.
What me that say is, even him in that interview say that even while he is going through the traumatic times with his son, whatever, he was still busy working, doing shows and stuff. So I'm sure could have put out more music. I don't know how he dealt with it personally, but he said he didn't deal with it up front and personal, like close. Kim really did that, but he was there. Now I mean, so he still traveled, he still did shows, we just wanted the music because the music is a studio and the studio is in his house. You know what I mean? But over the time before that, I thought I think he wasn't putting out music as much because probably around 2020 is when we hear about his son. You know what I mean? So prior to that, him taking breaks here and there, and prior to that is when the laziness argument was involved in his career. You know what I mean? So, but Aidonia is a great artist and doing thing in the music over the last 20 years. You know what I mean? You need to have a couple clash here and there. One with Busy, we could have said that's a draw. You might have one with Munga. Munga rough him up a little bit. We never really see him answer about Munga. Now, even they want a big war with Kartel. Kartel is already involved in war with Mavada, so I don't think Kartel would have bring him into the war mode when him and Mavada already have such history together. So it's like I don't get stuck in between Kartel and Mavado in that era. There,
So
you know
you're
what I mean?
speaking of the time with them being Cartel bringing Aidonia to Bounty Killer.
No, I was speaking of the time when he wanted to war Kartel, but the part where him being brought to Bounty Killer by Kartel was at least in his early part of his career when he's trying to be an artist. You know what I mean? Or a big artist.
I mean, so me personally, I don't want to. Yeah, I might be reading into it a little bit off, but something to me his look like his. He looked like his eyebrow raised when Busy Signal's name was called, you know. And I think there was some
Yeah, you
subliminal.
know what? We didn't even watch it together, but I think the whole world would have picked up on something to Busy effect in an interview.
Yeah, because
Know what I mean?
I think he said something to the. I don't have the exact quote, but it was when he was referring to having a hot song or having just a song. I forgot the way he worded it. So it was to the effect of having a song that's hot or having a song that was in the streets. And I think he said something like
Having a hit and having a trending song.
right. And then he said something to the fact of, yeah, you have some arena songs or whatever. And for some strange reason, and I could be creating a little mischief in my own head, but I was thinking about Watch Out For This from Busy Signal. I think he was talking about that song. And then when he said, what was this phrase? Song that's trendy.
That's trendy and song that's hits.
And a song that's hits. The next song that I thought that he was speaking about was the birthday song.
That's a trendy song. But
So-
everybody thought it would have been a hit, but it's because of the topic.
But that was
but in
just
reality,
me.
it's
That
a
was just
trendy
me.
song.
That
you
was
know what I mean?
just me thinking, you know, with my malicious mind.
Oh, it's
so
not just
you guys
other
could tell me
people-
that,
other
yeah,
people-
I'm
it's
reaching.
Not just him, it's other people all over. Those people thought because of the topic, it would have been that song that right now would have said, yo, let's play that. And as we see, it's not really that, even though Busy have make big songs. And even if Donia and you take it how you say you took it, and Donia want to say it, Donia no have no real massive songs like Busy still. Busy have big hits in a dancer. You know what I mean?
Wow. I mean,
Busy, yes, Busy have
no,
big hits.
I definitely agree.
I mean-
And you have bias too, also. So it's not like a fair thing for you to say. You would have you have personal
but that's a
biases.
thought. Yes, I know Busy.
We have a personal bias.
And when Aidonia first come to America, I interviewed him the first time he ever came. So, yeah, I mean, I know these people. I've been around them, so it's not like something I have a bias. But just thought the
Fort
truth.
Jenner.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well,
Just thought the truth.
So yeah, so the nightly the Flicks interview, man, he definitely opened up a lot. You know, he spoke on, the reason why he wasn't, active in music.
And like how that part, that was a real deep part because I don't even know what it's like to lose a child. I wouldn't want to lose my
yeah,
child. You know
that's
what I
a
mean?
rough
I didn't lose a
situation.
child.
Condolences
in front of the
once
world.
again too. Yeah,
So
condolences.
I
to
really
him, and
felt when he was talking about that, he probably didn't even want to go too in depth and probably would have feel and break down and cry. Who knows?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
How he explained it, that's how he explained that. We just gotta accept that how he say it. And him and Kim work through it. Them have a new child. Them are raised again. So respect and condolences for your loss, and you know what I mean. Just keep doing your thing. You know what I mean.
So yeah, that's why. But it's definitely a win for him. It seems like he's trying to adapt to the new way of things, or adapt to this sharing. Because he even said it in the interview. He's not really one to say much, and for him to open up to the public and allow his fan base to see a different side of him, or get a different touch of his personality, so to speak. That was very refreshing. You got anything else on? What else you remember from Over the
Yeah,
Fix?
oh, my fix only thing is, I mean, him they come across too aggressive against Kartel. Like, I guess he said he's maturing and growing, and like always the Kartel come out and talk freely about whoever they ask him about.
We need a
Some
Kartel counter.
some
I
people,
needed something to count every single time you call
yeah, but
Kartel's
it's
name.
going to be that way because he's a measuring stick who will measure these
Wife
other,
and measuring stick.
yeah, wife measuring stick. But he's the pinnacle that we look up to compare other artists to. And if we say Kartel go up on an interview and them ask him about this person, and them answer freely, why when them ask other people about such person, them can answer freely as well. And that's what people always watch interviews and see, all right, Kartel said this freely, why unafraid for just talk freely and just give praises where praises is due, you know what I mean? And sometimes I think other people hold back their, not even say praise, but the truth and the feelings about Kartel. When Kartel does talk, you know what I mean? Kartel is securing itself to answer questions, you know what I mean?
Man, I don't have anything, man. I'm carteled out. You're
Yeah,
gonna do enough
but you
cartel
don't know,
for us.
guys, I was just Kartel,
Yeah.
I was interjecting enough things,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, he gonna find a reason.
And we don't really have too much
Any
Kartel
reason
topic today, but he might
any reason,
interject.
any
You know what I
reason you
mean?
get, any chance you get, you're gonna forward the cartel.
Yeah, guys,
Boy, oh boy, me I
you know
tell
what I
the
mean?
people.
Let the people them know.
Jesus, poor Freedom
And
Street.
speaking of Kartel, over the weekend, May 3rd, again, it was supposed to be a big concert in a Spanish-speaking country, Costa Rica.
Costa
And
Rica. Shout out
shout out Costa Rica.
You know,
Reggae Moms is from
definitely.
Costa Rica, you know what I mean?
Wally for love.
And him
Wally
have,
for love
and
to
him have,
Costa
him have him
Rica.
fan base in Costa Rica and him thugs. We ain't really contact the ground for see what go on yet, but big up Costa Rica, you know what I mean? Big up
Yes.
reggae, big up his mom from Costa Rica. But yeah, Kartel show was supposed to go on 35,000 in a national stadium in Costa Rica, but for some unfortunate reason, the promoters couldn't work it out the right and proper way. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's unfortunate because it seemed like he was actually there. It seemed like they were trying to get whatever permit I believe that they didn't have. Try to get things in order, and unfortunately, Cartel came out and he had to share with his fans that he was unable to do the show. I hopefully that they can get things together and get things situated where they can reschedule it in a timely manner. But to be honest, Cartel anywhere for the first time is gonna be epic. So yeah.
Yes, you say that, but do you know Costa Rica is one of its most streamed countries? It streams 55 plus billion, 35 million streams a year plus. More is one of its top streaming countries in a Spanish-speaking country, not even English-speaking. So even when them cancel this and them have to put it back on, it's going to be pandemonium and people at 35,000 are roll out again. You know
I'm gonna have to do my research on that.
Yeah, man, do your research.
That's
It's
one
there.
thing with you. You're gonna throw
No,
out
that's
any,
one thing with
yo,
me.
you gotta throw
The
out
numbers and the facts are there.
Yeah.
We can look it up.
You gonna throw out some facts from
Google is on
anywhere.
everybody's phone.
Yeah, man,
Google
we,
is free.
We definitely have to
You know
look
what I
into
mean?
that.
But yeah, Costa Rica, one of its biggest streaming countries.
So when you say one of the
Spanish-speaking.
biggest, what are you talking? Top 10?
And we're not talking about Sean Paul streams, top 10. You know what I mean?
He's saying that it's one of his top 10 markets for streaming music?
Yes. Costa
All
Rica.
right, you wanna go lower?
Speaking. No, Spanish speaking, Costa
Nah,
Rica.
you don't want to go top 5? Is it
I'll
one-
keep it in the top 10 because I don't have a list out in front of me for really point
all
or
right,
set.
all right,
So we keep it top 10.
All right.
I mean, and you know, so me even double down. I said top 15. I mean, just keep that top 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's smaller.
Yeah, but back to that. Like, Kartel did land on the ground, or he landed in the airport because he was in the airport quite a long time. So how it's sounding is probably sounding like a signature missed here or there. And speaking of that, let me ask you, because as you say, we are promoters. We have done shows. A signature. You get the National Stadium, 35,000 people are paying upwards of thousands of dollars for a ticket, VIP and all these things. And you get the man to come off of the airport lane, but he can't walk out to the airport. What would you say or do How would you feel as a promoter doing a show of this magnitude? And first off, I'm hearing that it was the promoter's first time doing a show of this magnitude. He does like local parties and stuff like that. But a show of this magnitude, it was his first, or it was a team of them. But how would you feel as a promoter that you are? You have this big megastar coming to do the show for you and your country, and he can't get out the airport because of a signature here or there.
Yo, Rockstar, you're not gonna tell you a lie. You have some tissue right there so you can wipe your eye. You sound passionate, sound like you're a ball, brother. Yo, brother, we don't tell us, say, yo, it's unfortunate, say, Adi was unable to perform in Costa Rica. It's an unfortunate situation. I don't know how else you would like me to say it, but it is what it is, fams. It's unfortunate, and hopefully they can get things in order. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to kind of pull down the promoters. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Let me land. Simia.
And as he say that, it is the Mekwilan podcast. I mean,
Yeah,
Mekwilan. Go on land.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure, bro. They didn't try to invest their money for the show not to happen. So it's an unfortunate situation, and hopefully they can repair things. But go ahead.
No, go finish what you're saying.
Yeah, so that was that. If before we, before we move ahead, I wanted to get back to, the Aidonia, and what we didn't mention is that when Kartel name came up, it, he did say that he hadn't spoken to him. So what do you think about Donia not speaking to him, but also saying that every now and then he doesn't mind to big him up on a show or whatever when him Ed Chip, which he did big him up at the show the other day on the 3rd. So what do you say about, Aidonia, and even the Gaza Princess not linking up with Adi, since
Who's the Gaza princess?
Namas,
V Bling.
of course, Namas Vanessa,
You know how I feel about
Gaza.
that. You know how I feel about that. Me and you have always talked about that.
Namas Gaza,
You know how I
Slim.
feel about that. But to Aidonia, I was at one of Aidonia first show when he ever big up Kartel, and that show them this all St. Clark's. So it's a something that he's always done over many years. I don't know nothing new we might do. It's something him always do. But I don't think it's about the big up. We just think him salty because he never get the clash with Kartel over all these years. Like,
You think he's salty for that?
excuse me. Yes, I think he's salty for that. Because that would have put his career on another level. You know what I mean? Look what he did for Kartel and Mavado. And then you as Aidonia, I challenge this man who's Vybz Kartel. Yeah, the eyes are on you at that time, you know what I mean? And I think when he never got that looking, like I said before, he's stuck in between Vado and Kartel. He just Aidonia in the middle. Even
But Busy was able to.
But even Busy moved forward and go do himself. Cause like so Busy, I did tell you that from start to like when Donny and Busy did clash. So yo, I didn't really feel that clash because, like you said, I know Busy personally, and it didn't come off as genuine and authentic when they did that clash. And when Busy left that clash there, him take himself and go do world music and different and bring him thing to a different level. Even that he left Aidonia right there between Vado and Kartel. You know what I mean?
Okay. Why he left himself between Kartel, but okay.
That's a why?
Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, but I mean, do you think between the Busy and the Onia clash, how did you think that fared? Who would you have given the edge? Is it something?
I called it a draw, but I didn't really. The songs Busy didn't wow me. It's not like you need that type of badness, but the badness didn't really equate. I guess because I knew who he was. You know what I mean? So if it was like I didn't know him, maybe it would have sounded different. But like I always said at that time, it didn't add up to me. He didn't need it. And he left it alone and he just went on. He fine step out after that and he find some other song with Vado after that, and after that he just gone on a different level.
Yeah, man, him and Vado did have some slappers even, and that's a funny thing. I've even thought to myself, Busy and Vado haven't like done a show together in some time.
Busy and Vada don't even link. Remember, said them did all have them little friction too one at a time.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's like say Vada have no friction with people in the alliance. I know there's Kartel, the whole alliance have more friction with it seem like. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah. So, what else you got for me?
Yeah, man. So, like how we are talking about alliance and all the members, them come and talk about the general alliance, Bounty Killer.
Big show.
Big show returning on July 5th. The same person who bring Kartel, CJ Milan, Reggae Fest. It'll be Bounty Killer in Brooklyn, Barclays. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be big, bro.
It sounds
July 5th.
big.
July
Bounty
5th.
Killer in a Barclays sounds
The day
big.
after Independence Day in America. It sounds like, yeah, man. Not even it sounds. I think it's going to be big, bro. I think they caught him on a good night because prior to that, we were speaking and, you know, Bounty Killer, they said Bounty Killer wants all of his ching. So he want all of the donny, every little penny. Man, not playing. Promoters, make sure you come with a big case full of money. Yeah, man, box of money, no
Brother,
shoebox neither.
but you know, well, I love to talk about history and I love to give interjections. If we know something or we was a part of something, I like to talk the history. And me and Reggae and Rising Stars, OG, big up OG, Rising Stars. And we bring Bounty Killer to a show and Bounty wanted this money, so we can attest to that. And in that them time, there was no big fees like nowadays. It was moderate for the artists, them, you know what I mean? So he wanted his ends, we gave him his ends, he performed for us. So we know Bounty want them chips at the end of the day.
Yeah.
As well as all artists should get their money at the end of the day because they have them value for themselves and them work for the money and they want their money. So we never knock an artist. We just say damn if we hear the amount. We just say damn, but we never knock an artist who want them chips, you know what I mean?
No, gonna lie, still the Barclay, I go stay away, you know me, G.
So it's like, cause me and Reggae, we go places and then we ask me, yo, we are go this me ask me, you go that. So it's like, we are go Bounty.
Might I forgot past you over there still in me, G.
Brooklyn our place, so you don't know. You're the guy, so we are gonna see Tuesday.
Big up the whole
We are
Brooklyn,
see Tuesday when tickets land. Also, Bounty can sell at 10,000 the first day, and then sell off by the
July
time.
5th, man. July 5th,
you
so
know what I mean? So
it's Independence
all of the
Day.
alliance who said them are alliance, cause one thing Bounty fans might hide, but when it comes to for supporting, then we find the support for give. So
who do you? Let's do a little throw on the wall, throw something.
who are
Who you
out for
think
the
is gonna
friends?
feature?
Who the friends will be?
Baby Sham, I say well first.
Well, Baby Sham.
Yeah.
Yes, Baby Sham could be a friend to walk out.
Who say you? July 5th.
July
Independence.
Brooklyn, New York, the day after United States independence.
Who you think could be a
Bounty Killer touch the stage.
Featured guest. Who you think could be a featured guest?
Good morning. Bring out Barrington Levy.
Barrington Levy.
What you mean? Brooklyn, Barrington, Bounty. What you mean?
Okay.
What you mean?
Barrington Levy would be
What
present,
you mean?
know?
Barrington and Bounty in Brooklyn, call out.
Where was it? What show did I see they brought out Barrington Levy? It was random too, and he rocked it. I think it was like a Yankee show. Yeah, man. They brought out Barrington Levy and he rocked it,
Barrington,
bro.
we go Springfield with Fabulous on stage. At that one there?
No.
never done
I'm
one.
not. I'm talking about a show that I might
Recent?
have seen. Yeah. Well, yeah, Barrington would be a good addition. Let's see who else. Who else would come to Bounty on the 5th? Man, I don't really know.
Bounty on the 5th. Imagine Lauren Hill and Wyclef walk out.
Come on now, bro. You're true down. Better this.
I mean, Fugees and do them song. A big song that for Brooklyn, right, brother? They must have a nostalgia moment also as well as a concert. You know what I mean? Them are two big artists.
Maybe YG Marley, bro. YG Marley.
No,
maybe
brother.
YG Marley. I don't think
Lauren and
coming
Wyclef,
out, bro.
Fugees and then do them song, hip opera. That would have been massive, bro.
No, it'll definitely
massive.
be epic, but I don't think the Queen Lauren coming to the Barclay just for
I mean,
oh no.
we got YG Marley a Kartel show, so why not? But Lauren fit
I
Bounty.
definitely think YG
Yo,
Marley might
Barrington
pull up.
and Fugees, that's massive.
Okay.
Massive. I would say Buster, but me not say Buster because it's like a Buster in every Jamaican settings. You know what I mean? So it's like he's a regular to a Jamaican settings, even though he's a rapper. him ancestry a Jamaican, but Buster is like a regular in a Jamaican. So I wouldn't even say Buster. But like a Barrington, a Fugees, them they're epic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's all. July 5th is gonna be a movie. Definitely, you guys, if you watching this before the time, try to pull up. You see us, shout us out. Um, but anyway, you. What about Movado's show in England? You heard that it's getting. I think they might be rescheduling that one also.
Bruv, that's the third one, fam. That would be the third time that one put off again, fam.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, remember say him do him show when him first go back and then get them good turnout in the outside venue, and then they put on a show for down in the October time get cancelled. That one I did for the October time, this get cancelled. So yeah, do cancel the next one, try next time again, brother.
You can't blame the artist, fams, bro. It's not gonna work,
Bruv,
dogs. It's
bruv.
not gonna work, bro.
It comes down to the artist, fam, when the artist is not in as demand as we think,
No,
fam.
don't
I'm
say
just-
that, man. Gully is a draw, bro.
Bruv,
Gully is a
but there was
draw.
Chronic Law and Vanessa Bling on the show also, fam. And what's the hold up?
Promoters, just like everyone else. It's the promoters.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not the promoter that.
Yo, as a promoter, to be fair, you have to know the venues that you're bringing some of these artists to. Like not everyone can fill in a shoebox, and not everyone can go in a big box. So,
But bruv, everybody's saying it's arenas the settings now, bruv.
yeah, well, guess what? Yeah, but the O2,
So you're
the
telling
O2
me
arena
that
is 20,000.
Alkaline isn't more of a demand in England than Mavado?
I did not say that.
That's what it's
I
seeming
would
like.
not say that. I would never say a thing like that. I think that's what you're perpetuating.
No, but I'm asking.
Are you
fam.
perpetuating that?
No, I'm asking.
What are you asking? Why are
Because
you asking me then?
Why
would you say such a thing?
Two events were cancelled already. And this guy went there and it's
But-
massive
But why would you say
to the
such a
fan
thing?
base.
Why would you utter those words?
I'm asking a question. You said it's the promoter, so I'm not just asking.
Yeah, the promoter, they're promoting.
So what did the promoter
Well,
do?
So, Alkaline, he killed the OVO arena.
Yes.
And Movado was scheduled to go to the O2 arena. And, maybe it's jurisdictions, bruv. They deal with districts over in London, You know? Maybe it's on the wrong district, fams. Sometimes you can't put your hat where you can't reach it. You know what I'm saying? So don't try to cast anything. Yeah, just because Kartel did it in your foreground and thing, you get to look on Freedom Street and this massive amount of crowds. If you think about this, brother, Movado's been doing his career also has been going for 20 plus years.
And we don't
non-stop.
know, fam. And,
So-
he hasn't been in England 15 years neither, fam.
Hey, what are you gesturing? What are you
I'm
defending,
asking, fam.
fam?
I'm asking.
What are you doing though? What
Bounty
is it?
didn't go for 8 years with Shaman Beaneman and they got 8,000 people.
So and there you go. Promoters, you need to choose the right venues. That's what I would say.
So they say it's not being in demand. It's just a smaller venue would have worked.
Man is demand. What are you talking
So
about?
it should have worked.
Demand.
It should have worked.
Demand or
So what you're saying,
demand.
it should have went to the OVO, not the O2.
Bro, listen, I can't tell people how to conduct their business. But when Addy was in Costa
35,000 still waiting for Adi to see in Costa Rica.
Why-
It's a difference, fam. This man was on the airplane and these
Why
people
we-
are writing on the ground.
Why when we
to
call
see
your
this
God
man.
voice, you have to make the we can pull back your tape, why your face have to go on so when we mention Addy. When Addy show was cancelled in Costa Rica,
35,000 people crying, fam, on the ground.
Well, listen, the whole of London's waiting to see Movado, fam.
They cancelled, fam. They cancelled.
Yeah, you gotta
fam.
stop doing that. Yeah, pull out my artist.
No, I'm not, fam.
Yeah, you-
asking a question, fam.
Yo, listen, no one knows his struggle, fams. Whoa.
No one know my pain.
Yeah, so just relax and just be a gangster for life and stop being they'll stop pushing your agenda. Cartel is
Agenda.
cartel. Yeah, you're trying to use this gully Gaza thing, brother.
No, Gully
Yeah, you're
Gaza
trying to pull down the
Gully
man.
Gaza is a nostalgic.
I
That's a
don't want you to pull
nostalgic
down the man.
moment.
Mavada can go.
So what you say?
Alkaline
So what
can
you say?
perform
We have
anyway
to go
more
wait
for
for a
like.
Gully Gaza tour in England for see my
No,
body
no,
going
no.
for them full
No, no,
crowd.
no, 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 no,
No,
no,
sir.
no, no, no. People in England, them are get it together. They are gonna get
I
it.
hope so
Yo,
because England wants my body. They want to see the Gully Gaza. You know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying.
So they must make it work out.
All my thugs from Tottenham, they know the vibes, man. Brixton, they gonna pull up. What's wrong with you, fams? Yo, you ain't even get no love in London. London, big up yourself, yo. One reggae session.
Tottenham, fam.
You just too for Jesus. All right.
You know what I
Anyway,
mean?
yeah. So what you have for your
Yeah,
book?
man, so you don't know we're running through, and the show is running great so far. Once again, this is the Make We Land podcast, Rockstar 860.
Let me
Reggae
land. Let me
718.
land.
You know what I
Let
mean?
me land.
While I'm landing, I water people.
I'm
We are
mad,
talking about.
parachute,
We
man.
are talking about. Well, we
That
just, all right.
paratrooper.
We are cut off by dancehall. We'll ask a question. What do you think about this? I go around now upon the media. 100 people versus one gorilla.
So 100 men versus one gorilla.
You that take on a fight?
Are you mad? Are you mad? Dog, you know what? Dude, just think. I was watching like Joe Rogan, bro, and they were talking about like orangutans and stuff like that, bro. Grizzly bears, bro. Do you know what a freaking gorilla would do to you, bro? Yo, you know the gorilla just be jumping out of the trees, just swinging, dog, just swinging, dog. When the gorilla goes up, I run pan theme for that. My you,
We see that show one picture 10 ton up. And they said this is what 100 man if I go fight.
Come
and
on,
the
bro.
gorilla about 10 feet tall, brother. And look strong.
And some of the gorillas not even that tall, son. Some of them are like all 5'4". But yo, they quick and they them things durable.
Yeah,
It's
say-
like a Wolverine times 10.
What you say? You believe what me say? The first time we say the first person take the wrong lick, everybody run.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, think about it, man. Yo, gorillas are strong, dog, and they quick. Like, a lot of us, we watch these tapes and we look at them and we thinking, like, these animals are running. Like, yeah, it looks slow. Dude, gorilla probably running like all on 30 miles per hour,
So you say
bro.
100 Mike Tyson in prime can't fight.
100
100 Mike Tyson in prime. We are walking and a lick and a lick and a
Well,
punch
I'll say
and a
this, though.
punch.
I'll say this. Now, if you're just saying beer hand, I feel sorry for yo. I feel sorry. Beer hand, maybe with weapons we'll have a chance. Beer hand,
But you
nah.
never hear about the story when Mike Tyson go at the zoo and ask them to open up the gorilla gate, making him fight the gorilla.
Trust me.
Well, I say, how Mike Tyson did up in his younger days?
Mike Tyson can't tell anybody.
Eh?
That's like coming like Gail Kingdom on the moon. What they?
They really got the moon? I didn't just go in a one vessel.
Nah, they said they went to orbits or whatever.
Yeah.
Just they said like I think it said like 20 miles up in the orbits. But as far as the 100 man versus the gorilla, I don't like those
100 man
chances.
can't beat a gorilla, sir.
I don't like those.
It's a good question to go around, but 100 man can't beat a gorilla. They must have taser and gun and bullet and
Yeah,
knife
you got a
and
spear and a knife.
that
You
thing
definitely have a
You know
chance.
what I mean?
but
And even then, that go hard.
I don't like the odds for you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna participate. And I'm my type of sport that.
No.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man, so that's it for the gorilla question. No, 100 man can't beat a gorilla. Me no foolish. Yeah, so, all right, one more report. Cause it look like it's a Vado and Aidonia type of night. No, we already do a World Boss segment about the Costa Rica. So, we see Dante gaining freedom, like the World Boss gaining them freedom. You know what I mean, what do we think this will do for Mavado now, seeing that, like how Aidonia lost his son and it hindered his career for a while, and we saw Dante in jail or prison, and Vado was hindered for a while because he could have feelings and own feeling. What do we see for Vado now that his son is free? Free Dante with the system hold on enough innocent people, enough youths. Second chance is always great. You know
I
what I mean?
mean, yo,
So,
so it was definitely a good site. So, in case for people don't know, and if you're living under a rock, Dante is Movado's son. I think he served maybe like 8, 9 years for a case that he had, but he was, I don't know, what did they do really? How did he come off? Do you know the details of it?
um,
Did they find him
seeing
like,
that from
was a privy type of thing?
no,
What was
no,
it?
it was straight in
Did he,
Jamaica appeals, and
and the
when they
appeals
went to
court let him
Jamaica
go?
appeals, they noticed that a lot of the
Discrepancies in the stories?
like from the start when we heard from the start how the father had told five, six,
All
seven
right,
different
so there's
stories.
discrepancies in the
So it was
stories.
a lot of
So
discrepancies.
Movado's son, he got himself in a situation, and he was released after maybe 8 or 9 years. I don't recall the exact time. But obviously, man, bro, if you're a father and you have a child that's somewhere that is isolated, and as a father, you kind of, me personally as a father, I'm a kind of like a protector. So, no matter how big these kids might get or whatever, you still feel that kind of worrisome, and not being able to assist more than financially. I'm pretty sure that was that probably stressing. I think he was even locked up when his grandmother passed away.
Yeah, man. Who
So
knows? Who knows? I
yeah,
mean, it's like a lot of family dynamics of things.
so
So
not for
that could
not
have
being
took
able to
pressure on
see
her. Who knows? I mean, so
not being able to see your son for 9 years. I mean, or I don't recall the time, but that duration, it's unpleasant. And thank God they reunited. It was a beautiful sight to see, and you can see the look in Movado's eye where, it's
he
kind
looks
of,
happier.
yeah, definite. A
You know what I
kid in a
mean?
candy shop, So
And
it's
we
our
saw them in
blessings.
Barbados like
Yes,
last weekend.
it's a blessing.
Dave Dante beside him father and him sister, and yo, trust me, yo, me and my son, and anything would happen to my child, me that feel it. You know what I mean? Judge, I know me that feel it. And I remember, like I said, I like to give experience and stories. Like when my son did born and he get a little infection in him spinal cord and have slight meningitis, and it really
Gotcha,
affected him. And for days, my ball.
gotcha.
So imagine when Vada got through, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean, his son was of age or whatever. So it's a good look to see Dante free. Me not wish jail for nobody.
No, sir.
Whether badness or not, I don't wish jail on. Yeah,
No,
and there's
sir.
certain things out there people supposed to get punished for. Don't get it twisted. But even though if you get punished, me still not wish it, cause it could be me, it could be reggae. We don't wish that for nobody, you know what I mean?
No, 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 no.
Freedom is a must. Is freedom is what God gave us, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
to have it
So,
taken away, and then sometimes them take it away and them a give you some long stretch of numbers where some people don't ever make it.
yeah,
You know what I mean? We
yeah.
have friends who have done long stretches and them come out and then tell me, yo, I'd never go back to it. And you know what I mean? So
Yeah, man. It was good to see Dante um, see, linking back up with his dad and his sister. That was dope to see.
yeah, man,
Um,
we just pray Dante just find the right way and do the right things and make a better person of himself. You know what I mean? We don't
make
wish.
use of that big
Make
mansion there
use
up on
of
top of the
make
hill,
use
all
of
right?
it.
Oh,
Make use
yeah.
of freedom. We say what Kartel do with freedom. Make use of freedom.
Yeah,
You know what
man.
I mean?
You know, I don't know. You still got more on the Dante thing? Cause
No, Dante, I'm not reading a
like,
long topic, but it's just to get our
yeah,
perspectives on it and
being
what
that
we
we're
think.
down
You
on
know
a
what I mean?
dark path, let's,
What I
we
say,
want to speak on that unfortunate
John Mason,
situation.
son.
Yeah, this is the third person to be unalived on TikTok live. On
And
TikTok
this one
live,
was
bro.
more serious because you actually saw.
Yeah, we
I
definitely.
mean, the other two you didn't really see,
So,
you heard.
condolences to Jamaican and the family, man. I know a lot of people are covering it. Really want to send my deepest condolences. I don't know the circumstances. There's a bunch of flooder out there. Me personally, I don't know. We just have to wait and see. And Jamaica justice system, we want better for society. We want better for the people as a whole. Because, sometimes we want to see some of these matters being handled. You had Naya, you had Bosshead, and now what's his name? Bam Bam,
Um, Something scam. Baba
Baba
scam.
Skeng. So we want some of these people to be brought to justice, you
And then
know.
you know what makes it also so like sad to what we're saying. It's like say, yeah, they might talk bad and they might talk say them not bad, but them all just a talk on live. Them not do nothing bad. Them just a interact with people.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So to hear what people say, oh, them are this, no, but we just see them doing simple thing, talk to people. I look money.
yeah, taps
You know what I
beg the
mean?
taps and roses. But yeah, it's just definitely a tragic thing where, you know, for something like that to happen where people could witness it. It was on live. And, you know, they said that he didn't really have a big following, so it just so happens that, you know, someone's screen recording this live for this event to happen. You know, it's definitely like tragic, and I think maybe in one other country I might have seen something like this happen, but we don't want this to be the norm,
Oh
bro.
no, it's and
We don't
and
want this.
four already is a lot. So
Yeah,
we can't get 4 or 5 more because it's already a whole heap with 4 now.
yeah.
You
So,
know what I mean? And things like that, I don't know what we condone. And you know, hear me talk bad and badness, but
and
you know
yo,
what I mean?
I really begging you because I'm begging you guys to stop because you know Rockstar he's planning to come over TikTok and beg. You know what I mean? So I don't want you guys to be harmful to him. You can say the rough things and thing, but you know we don't want any of these alive and
I
things.
start, man, I have to beg as soon as I see my face just drop. Yeah. Do you about beg? You know, beg. I star, you mean rock
My
star.
beg
You
pun.
know what I mean? Me no
But yeah,
beg.
back on a serious note though, Jamaican, you know, is very unfortunate. You know, they were calling names. You know,
Phantom Mojo.
we had a great art. Well, we had Phantom come out, and you know he wanted to set the record straight that he has nothing to do
But
with
what's
this.
your thought on that though? A big man like Phantom in the 50s I get caught up on something like this.
Well, I don't know if he's 50 as yet, but you know I do
Phantom
know.
up there, brother.
Well, you know, whatever. However, you know, they said that you know possibly they might have had like a discussion prior. That's what one of his friends is saying, and a whole bunch of kind of say. There was even a friggin' a podcast, bro, and they had they were kind of doing uh some TikTok police business type of thing where they're investigating, and sometimes the thing can get a bit convoluted. Some of you TikTok police, you guys, I think you guys mean well, but I think a lot of you guys are just rushing to decision and just starting to call different names. While I'm not here to say any particular individual is innocent or not, I think the TikTok commissioners and police, you guys need to calm it down a bit with accusing so many different
When I said
people.
they need to renew them badge.
Yeah, they want go redo training.
And I use the wrong forensics.
Yeah, no forensics, bro. Like they just, like I don't know the podcast, but it was a TikTok live, and they were asking one of Bam Bam's, what is it? Sorry, what
Baba Skeng.
Baba Skeng. They were asking Skeng's, one of his friends, and they were questioning the man, and yo, you want to hear them? Yo, so we want to know, say, want to know you get this information and get it back till we fast, cause we want to solve this thing, and ray. And it's just like, yo, bro, this is not the friggin', like, what the hell's going on? Yo, but anyway, what do you think?
And just gone overboard. Not really in the TikTok world still, but them have to fix up over TikTok. I know the app is the people, so I'm not gonna blame the app, but the people have to do better. You know what I mean?
Cause Rugus say him a plan for come over. The Rockstar say him so forward come back taps and rose.
YouTube and IG my world, yeah.
Big up my view. My view channel is one of the best channels. Reggae says so. My view. Big up yourself.
Who end up on TikTok?
I'm on YouTube, man.
Oh, my view?
Yeah, man, I'm a chat.
Big up the guys are uncle. You know what I
Jesus
mean?
Christ,
I'm a Jeep on YouTube.
Everything.
Them a fight uncle, but big him up same way.
Yeah.
You know what I
Anyway.
mean? Big up guys are uncle. But yeah, man, like how we talk about that, we talk about a lot today. We got a lot done on the show today. And again, this is Make We Land podcast. I am Rockstar860. That's Reggae 718. Reggae TCS. You know what I mean? Alright, this is the last topic for the day because we run through everything. And this is going to be a good one. Dancehall Mount Rushmore. The 4 greatest dancehall plus 1 if you want. So, I really 4.
Mount Rushmore for dancehall. All right. Well, first and foremost, this is no order, but this is my Mount Rushmore. You see the Emperor? If you don't know who the Emperor is, you try get for know, yeah?
Shabba.
Mr. Shabba Ranks. That's a one.
Me, man. Big dirty stinking Shabba.
Same way, so. That is it. All right. See, our next youth named Michael Myrie.
Who that? Bojo. Gargamel. Reggae.
Yeah.
I saw you like me.
What kind of reggae so you like? What kind of... Boy, watch yourself, you know. Anyway, Bojo Banton. Yeah, man.
One Gargamel.
That's a few. All right. Dancehall Rushmore. Mount Rushmore. All right. Next artist.
Yeah.
It's a bit difficult, but I'm gonna have to say Bounty Killer.
You know, I said reggae bring Bounty Killer come on tour. We tell you that already.
I'm gonna put Bounty Killer as a
the
giant.
warlord, the general,
Yeah.
from God. Zilla.
Yeah, in his time, he definitely had a time. With Bounty Killer, you want me to say something what people don't give Bounty credit for? Bounty was groundbreaking, where he took the little Isle Up All Your Gun them songs them, and he reformulated Gunman Badman tune. And he made it a thing where it was like a new genre with Bounty.
And people,
when he come with copper shots.
he's from Brooklyn, and that's why he might sell out Brooklyn, Barclays. Reggae is from Brooklyn, and when he might talk, oh, Brooklyn really feel. And them songs they make bounty in Brooklyn. So he's giving you
No, it's not
facts.
even a Brooklyn thing, bro.
No, but me just a second. That's how Brooklyn really feel about bounty, though.
Yeah.
Saying like how you say.
But no, I don't think it's a Brooklyn thing. I think it's a genre thing. I think that
No, but
really,
me just a second cause of Brooklyn, I'm go find the 5th. So me just a talk about.
yeah,
with
but
that
I think
concert.
like
But you're right. It is a dancehall overall. I saw everybody.
yeah, like I
Look at
think
Bounty.
when Bounty Killer first came on the scene, it was cliche to DJ in his style and in his manner, and it's kind of like, I'm not gonna say any other's name. So it's Shabba, Bojo, Bounty, and fourth, I kind of be a hater if I don't say Baby Sham. No, I'm just joking. No disrespect, Baby Sham.
He's honorable mention.
No disrespect,
Down the
Baby
lane.
Sham. No disrespect. No, it's not Baby Sham. You definitely, you gotta get the recording king.
Yeah, we know.
Kartel,
He beat around the bush to
Vybz
say
Kartel.
the number one. Nah, it's like, okay.
Nah, yeah, he's definitely, what he's done in his time into the space.
Yeah.
It's, he changed the genre also. So
Yeah.
all four of them
Change the genre.
changed the genre.
And you know what, folks? I'm glad because I didn't really expect him to answer that way, but they're my four, so I cannot do other stuff about runner-ups. I never mention, but in reality, them are the four which changed dancehall to how we know it today because Shabba started, Bojo take Shabba, right, Bounty follow Bojo, and then Kartel are like the culmination for all of them. So that's a great listen. I don't think a lot of people will disagree with you, you know what I mean, especially the Gaza fans, but an alliance. And you say the four of them is like coincide with each other, no matter what. Minus Ninja Man, and we could have put him as an honorable mention because everybody respect Ninja Man for who he is, a dancer. Or we could have said a Beanie is an honorable mention because of what Beanie did alongside Bounty Killer during that time period and era, you know what I mean? Shit me attack. No, sir. That you can sing. I'm the first that people on a podcast.
What's the problem?
Yo, yeah, beer shit. Yo,
Chew your chat fart, my youth. I think that's
yo, youth.
You that chat fart anyway.
Youth. Yeah, man, but we have this. That's it right there, sir. With the pod. Yo, a great show today. But me not nothing else to say. Close it out with that one.
Don't know.
I mean, don't know. Make me that podcast.
TCS. Follow me on IG. Actually, don't even follow me on IG. Just go ahead, support. Let Me Land podcast.
Yeah, man. Rockstar 860 IG, same thing. YouTube, same thing. TikTok, same thing. I mean, make we land and become a fan.
Let Me Land podcast. Once again, check us out on YouTube.
We out. I'm gonna put on Lord Claude the podcaster.
Fart on you.
No, you can't fart on me, man.
Fart on box.
Hour.
You that
That's about an hour.